Hi, Ms. Hart. Great meeting with you today. Just want to go over the scope of work of what we're proposing for your house. The project includes Hardie board installation in all siding areas, but not any paint or sealing up. So the painters would take care of that. It's great meeting them today as well. What we do is replace these round vents with rectangle. In here I do like a 18 by 20 vent. That's a louvered rectangle vent. Then we can put some trim around it. And then when we side up against the vent, it's going to look really good. So we'll replace these round vents with the rectangle vents. Also, we're going to be keeping your siding as a substrate. If I tore off your siding, I'd have to go up with a 7/16 OSB in all these areas. You've had some damage, especially on this chimney area, and then down where the roof line hits. We're going to be cutting all that out. There's also some damage down here on the bottom areas that I'll show you in later on in the video. That has some water wicked up the sides, and it's pretty bad. So we'll cut all that out and make sure there's no rot and no issues with that, and we're not covering anything up. Then we'll be putting on Tyvek moisture barrier, then putting up the Hardie trim around the house, and then putting up the Hardie lap siding. The only other thing I wouldn't do on your house, and it saves you quite a bit of money, is that you don't need to do your eaves in Hardie plank siding. Your eaves look good. The soffits look great around the house. There are a couple repairs that I'm going to make, but I'll make it with the same material so the textures stay the same. Now your fascia boards right here going along the house, that needs to be, those need to be covered up. So we'll be covering up those after making repairs with the Hardie lap siding. So it'll make a really maintenance-free deal. You've had your roof replaced, so you've got a piece of metal drip edge there. You've got a 1x2 that goes right underneath that metal drip edge. And what we'll do is put a piece of Hardie fascia material right on top of the existing fascia and overlay it about 1/4 to 1/2 inch, so you'll get that good maintenance-free experience and not have to tear up your roof doing it. As we go around the house here, every place that's got gutters, we're going to install a small piece of fascia overlay all across the under edge of the gutters and tack it up with 16 gauge brad nails so that you don't see much of the nail heads. In fact, you probably will have a really hard time finding them after the painters are done prepping them and sealing them in. There's lots of wires over here. We'll do our best to hide those wires. I'll coordinate Cox to come out and help us get rid of some of those wires, see which ones are actually in use right now, and then eliminate the ones that are not from that satellite dish. Let's go around to the backyard. We'll look at the house. We'll be putting new flashing up where the siding touches the roof along all these areas, and then all the trim, all the corners, everything on the house on the walls are going to be Hardie siding and Hardie trim. So it'll be the same widths and thicknesses as what you have now, but it'll all be in fiber cement, so you won't have maintenance issues anymore. We're going to be putting up flashing above the windows and doors. It's a small Z flashing that will go underneath the moisture barrier, underneath the Hardie siding, so you'll barely see it after we're done. Conclusion on this canvas here, what we'll do is just take the canvas part off but leave the cedar on, and then I'll reinstall I'll rebolt the canvas frame to the Hardie siding after we're done. We'll just scoot it away for the meantime. So here again, there's a couple waves on the walls that we'll have to cut out and put in the 1/2 inch OSB. This is 7/16 material, so we'll be using 7/16 material on the walls when we do our repairs. When you have these little waves and things in the walls, we'll be repairing that before putting the moisture barrier on and installing the siding. Walking through here, some of the areas are really bad. This side of the house is probably the worst. And on the chimney area especially, we've got some good rot where the water has wicked up this masonite siding. Here again, the 1x4 will be taken off along the perimeter, and then we'll be putting flashing in that area all the way down to make it a smooth transition between the wall, the brick ledge, and the brick wall when the water runs off. So great again to meet you, and we'd love to work on your home, and it'd be our pleasure. So thank you, and have a good day. Bye.